And the winner of Miss World 2016 is Puerto Rico.
When you become Miss World 2016, your world suddenly opens up to a brand new adventure that you just didn't anticipate. And that is what happened to Miss Puerto Rico. Stephanie Del Valle, she joins me now to talk a little bit about how her world expanded. But look, it didn't just stop with the reign of being Miss World. It continues with her charitable work. Nice to have you with us, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
So tell me, as you ventured out into the world from Puerto Rico, what were your dreams? What were you hoping you would accomplish?
So before I even decided to compete in Miss World, my original plan was go to New York, get my college degree, and just, see where life takes me. And then I basically ended up signing up for the Miss World competition right when I graduated from high school. So all of my original plans were put on hold, and I had the experience of a lifetime to go and represent Puerto Rico on this international level.
Did you always have an inner desire to help other people? Was that something that your family taught you, or that you just come up with that from your own heart?
Actually, it's something I learned in a trip when I was in about third grade, so I was around 8 years old. I used to be part of the San Juan Children's Choir, and I was one of the very lucky kids that actually got to go to Brazil for a singing competition. And one of the days when we were out and they were showing us Rio de Janeiro, we were all walking, in our little line, and there was a bunch of very, very poor kids that came up to us. They were the same age as us and started to ask us for money. And in that moment, obviously me being a very innocent 8-year-old, I started to reach into my pocket to give what I could. And then my teachers didn't let me because they explained to me that if I gave to one of them, I was gonna have to give to all of them. And in that moment was the very first time that I actually got to see poverty, like such extreme poverty. And it was through the eyes of a child that was the same age as me. And ever since then, I've always had that like that spark in my heart to go out and do something to help other people in any way that I can. And that's what ended up motivating me to go and compete in the Miss World competition.
That's a really powerful story. And I'm sure that when you talk to your parents, I mean, you think about, how we all grew up, especially in a Latino family. We embrace everyone around us, and we protect everyone around us, and we're always trying to do something good for somebody else. And I think that becomes a greater part of our persona as we grow up. But very few of us act on it. And you decided when you won the crown, when you became Miss World, that you were going to do something very special. Tell me about that process and what you did.
Well, actually, when everybody that goes to compete in Miss World actually has a different project, because we have a foundation that's called Beauty with a Purpose. So every girl that goes, every young lady that goes and competes, she has something in her respective country that she wants to see change and evolve. And when I went to compete, I was actually hosting a musical therapy program for children with Down syndrome from the ages of 0 to 3, 0 to 4. Because of my passion for music and because I had been working with these kids for quite a while before I even decided to compete at Miss World. So then once I won the crown, I got the opportunity to represent what Beauty with a Purpose is as a whole. And I got to visit so many different projects that quite a few of the contestants had brought, which was really incredible, because I was able to use the crown of Miss World to really impact the lives of so many people all over the world, and they were able to impact me. There are so many places that I got to visit that when I see it, I would see, very poor people who are probably unhappy, but then you see them around and they just have the biggest smiles on their faces, and it makes you realize and it makes you learn what really are the important things in life. And that's just something that I'm so grateful for this experience.
Well, that is amazing work, and I commend you for it, and congratulations on all that success.
Thank you.
And you take that as a platform to begin a new career in acting. And I know that you sing and that you have a beautiful voice and you have tremendous talent. What are your hopes and dreams now as you embark on, I guess we can call it your Hollywood chapter of your life?
Yes. So ever since, like I said before, since I was really young, I've been involved in the entertainment industry, whether it be with music or whether it was acting. So now I'm really excited to finally make that dream come true and take these steps to Hollywood or to Broadway, because I'd be happy in either, honestly.
Yeah, of course. Well, you're a multiple threat because you have so much talent and so much ability to give. What do you think are the particular challenges? I know that having succeeded in one area of your life, in Hollywood and in this business that you're getting into, there's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of no's that are going to happen, even to someone who is as talented as you. Are you prepared for that?
I think I am, because it's actually quite funny. The reason that I actually got into the Miss World competition was because I received a rejection from my school musical.
Oh,
and it was something that I was so super excited for, and it was my senior year in high school, and I actually didn't receive a part, which obviously ended up breaking my heart into a million pieces, and I thought it was the end of the world. But it actually ended up opening more doors for me. So because of that, I've learned that not always are we going to receive what we want when we want it. Then we just have to be patient, and just because it's a no doesn't mean everyone's going to say,
well,
you just have to wait.
Everyone should have that attitude. That's a great attitude. All right, Stephanie, so tell me what your future, what is your hopes and dreams right now? What is it you're focused on? Because, things are way different now than they used to be.
Yeah. So I'm trying to, prepare myself in every aspect that I can. I continue to take my lessons online, continue reading, and continue just making the connections that I think I need in order to reach that dream that I really want to do.
Well, in Spanish, we call it orgullo, and it means we're very, very, very proud of you. And it's fantastic to meet you and talk to you this way. Hopefully, we'll meet you in the studio someday, and I wish you the very best of luck. Buena suerte.
Gracias. It would be a great honor to meet with you guys in the studio again. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephanie. It's been a pleasure.